Yo, y'all, what's good? What's good? What's good? We back. We back. We live on this Freestyle Friday. What's going on? What's going on, people? Hey, we Christmas. We got done with Christmas. What's next? New Year's, baby. So we about to have a thrill time these last few days before the New Year starts. As I say, it's Freestyle Friday. We got my man Hakeem here. How you feeling, Hakeem?
I'm feeling great. What about you?
Hey man, I'm feeling wonderful, man. I can't complain, cannot complain whatsoever. I
Mm.
didn't ask you, Ronnie. One of you guys, Ronnie's not here. He has to go to work a little early. He has inventory, so he's gonna catch on the next show. But I was
Mhm.
gonna ask you guys, so how was your Christmas? How was your Christmas?
My Christmas was good, man. I spent it with family, man. The most beautiful thing. You know what I mean? What about you?
Same, likewise, likewise. First time with my daughter. Um, opened up like I was very excited. Opened up her gifts and everything. And my thing is, it's like her face is kind of like she expected, like she expected all these gifts to come and everything. It's like giving that little spoiledness that I see. But other than that, we had a great Christmas. Hey, this is the Christmas I won't forget. I definitely won't forget, man. But we done with Christmas. But like I said, Hakeem, New Year's, man, it's right around the corner, man. We have some
Yeah.
exciting day. I'm just going to ask you. I'm telling the audience. I was going to tell Ronnie and you. You know, for Monday's show, you know, let's do instead of like do. I mean, we'll do like a topics and everything.
Yeah.
Why not we do a like the big topics we cover for 2024. Go over it.
Let's
Do
do it.
something new. So,
I'm with
so,
it.
so for you guys, Monday before the New Year's end, we're gonna go over the top 2024, one of our top topics that we ever did, or one of the most more blowing topics that we ever did on Monday. So stay tuned, people. On Monday, that's what we're gonna do. But other than that, High King, let's get into the sports, man. Let's get to the sports. Let's get it. Let's get it. So, remember the last couple shows we talked about how Michael Vick, he got a new head coaching job for Norfolk State University, and then I just found out that not only Michael Vick, but his former teammate Deshaun Jackson, he's got a head coaching job for Delaware State University. So that's
Mm.
right. That's kind of right down the street from Michael Vick in a way. Maybe a couple
Mm-hmm.
hours and everything. So I gotta figure out if they in the same conference. But hey man, we talked about this and see more, coaches, well black coaches, black former NFL coaches, former NFL players go to be a head coach. Hey man, they starting to get these college jobs right on up. But other than that, Hakeem, go ahead and play the clip, and after that we'll chop it up.
Rivals? Oh, we love a good plot twist in sports. Pete Thamel reports that Deshaun Jackson is finalizing a deal to become the head coach at Delaware State University. That's right, Coach Jackson might be loading up the Hornets offense next season. A three-time Pro Bowler and one of the most electric wide receivers in Eagles history, Jackson ranked sixth in franchise receptions and third in receiving yards with a jaw-dropping 6,512. And yes, he was just honored as the honorary captain when the Eagles faced the 49ers. But here's where it gets juicy. If the deal goes through, Jackson could face off against his former QB, Michael Vick, who's also coaching in the MEAC. Vick's Norfolk State Spartans beat the Hornets 38-19 last season, but imagine these two NFL legends scheming against each other once a year. From Philly teammates to MEAC rivals, this matchup is giving us must-watch energy. Let the games begin. Once again, congratulations, Coach Jackson and the entire Delaware State family. What other NFL legend do you think will be the next HBCU head football coach? Let us know down below.
All right, shout out to what's his name? Sampras. If I'm not mistaken, he said I will be at the Norfolk State game to interview Coach Vick right down the street. Hey, that's dope, man. That's dope. But yeah, Hakeem, as you were saying, Deshaun Jackson will be in the same division as Michael Vick and Norfolk State, so they will be battling each other. Hey man, this is nice right here. This is something right here. Very
Now,
something.
I want to give a shout out to Sampras and Crescende. Now, my homeboy, he does the sports. Y'all go watch his show, Sports Zone. They get it in over there. Sports Zone. Watch his show. I'm gonna link it in the description. Champer said, I'll be at the Norfolk game interviewing Coach Vic. I'm right down the street. He's in Virginia, my homeboy. There's a bigger picture in here that I don't think that we're overlooking. These guys could have easily went to a PWI. They went to an HBCU. That says magnitude. So when we're talking about giving back, Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson are giving back in a way I don't think the experience that they have and they're packing that they're going to give to these young guys. We're talking about Pro Bowlers. And you know what's so invaluable? The coaching that a lot of the coaches in the league gave these guys, they're taking that experience and knowledge and bringing it to the HBCUs. I think it's like a Division 2A. I would say salute my boy, the whole crew, Sports Time Zone. So we're talking about these guys were coached by some great coaches. They've taken some of that knowledge and they're about to bring that to the HBCU, which I should see an explosive reaction to this. I believe I'm going to make a prediction. One of these HBCU is going to rise up to a Division 2. If more NFL guys inject themselves into the HBCU, I could see one of these things bumping up a level. What you think?
Absolutely, Hakeem. And the thing is, it's like we have three. Well, I'm gonna say this. I want to say shout out to Coach Prime. Shout out to Coach Prime, who started in the HBCU at Jackson State. You know, was there for a little bit. He went undefeated. He got a championship, and now he's moving to the next level. And it's good to see that what Michael Vick is doing, and also what Deshaun Jackson is doing, is kind of follow what Prime Time Deion Sanders is following footsteps where they get into the head coaching to be in college. And the thing is, it's like I know that when we see more former, as we see now, NFL players are going to the college and into college be head coaches and everything. You can see how they're going to recruit these players. You know, also dig into the transfer portal and also going to the NIL. And seeing these caliber players, Michael Vick, a superstar. Sean Jackson was a superstar. Both played for the Eagles and everything. It gives more magnitude for these type of schools, so that we look at the big power schools like Alabama, Georgia, Florida State, Michigan, Ohio State. You know, they can not oversee that and say, hey, you know, if the Michael Vick can coach me, or Deshaun Jackson can coach me, you know, if I'm Michael Vick, you know, quarterbacking, if he recruits a quarterback, and say, hey, you got to tell us I can make it to the NFL, or hey, if you can save the next 3 or 4 years, I can make it to a Heisman Trophy winner, like Travis Hunter with Prime Time in Colorado State and everything. So these players got the tools. So I know both of them, especially Deshaun Jackson and Michael Vick, you know, they're gonna get some people that used to play for the NFL, offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators. They're gonna get former NFL players, you know, to help them, you know, be assistant coaches and everything. But other than that, this is big. This is big. Hopefully we'll see more. We got 2 in 1 week, Hakeem. Hopefully we see more next year, 2025, baby. But it's good to see this. It's good to see this. But other than that, people, Freestyle Friday, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna start with hip hop. Let's get into hip hop. So let's go out with we're gonna talk about Drake. So
hey,
Drake,
Bobby Bryant, how you doing?
Hey, Bobby Bryant. So Drake made a surprise appearance on Aiden Ross' stream, which is crazy. I never thought it. And he read a little letter to the streamers, and he almost messed up this one thing talk about something about Kendrick. But going well, other than that, Hakeem, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Of course, the Drake charisma, and it's always. I'm not reading that. Please help a Drizzy Soldier finally show my wife why Drake is the greatest to ever do it. So
great. I love every single word of that. Also, Aiden Ross too.
Jonathan Jonathan Dominguez.
Jonathan, I'm about to call you.
Oh, look. After fun and of course the Drake. Aiden, the healthy Ross.
I love that.
I was supposed to read that out. That's crazy. I just got that joke. My bad. He ain't lying.
Read the paper.
I can't read these things verbatim. You guys gotta edit these, huh?
Wait, let me see.
Aiden, the healthy Ross.
I love that.
I was supposed to read that out.
So yeah, so there you have it. He almost read Miss Skip F Kendrick in a way, but he didn't say it and everything. But I think Hakeem, I'm sorry first with Drake coming to Aiden's roster stream. He's been quiet most of this year. With the Kendrick and his Drake beef and everything. I see he started slowly making his appearance and everything. I think to me it's a big deal getting an Aiden roster stream and everything, and I can see that we might see more Drake coming in 2025. I don't know if he has something starting cooking and everything, but like I say, he still got a lot of fans. A lot of people he's still making a comeback. I mean, I don't know if he can make the comeback because Kendrick really did got him this year. But hey, just to see him on Aiden roster string, it's something, and it might be something more in 2025. But what do you think, Hakeem?
So, he's back making his rounds. He has to feed the beast. He's signed. So he can't hide forever. So I think he's looking at it, okay, let me, And right now the influencers are the best way to promote your music. So he's back doing that. But, he lost the battle, babe. He lost the battle. He took his lick like a man. Now get back out here and start laying down some love tracks.
You think you're going to do that more of that, Hakeem? Lay more love tracks?
He would. Sam said Drake trying to dig himself out the graves. He's been since Not Like Us. Yeah, Sam. It's been crazy. He ain't been able. He ain't been having no motion.
No
motion.
Not like. Hakeem, he just been silent, man. Nothing. You ain't hear nothing. Like he just been silent.
California spanked him on his ass. Right.
Yeah. And it hurt so bad that it impacted Canada.
Yeah, man.
It sure did. It definitely sure did. But other than that, let's get into some financial. Let's talk about the money. Let's get into these finances. So we're gonna talk about oil. What I mean by oil is how really going along with gas prices. What's the outlook for 2025 when it comes to oil prices? Also, it kind of fast when Trump's getting in office and see what he gonna do with we kind of figure what he gonna do, but when it comes to getting oils from other countries and everything, also the what's the T word? I forgot the T word, but once Trump comes in, we kind of expect for most of us, that's who voted for Trump or when it comes to economics, we hope that the next president will do better when it comes to inflation, especially with gas and everything. So, other than that, Hakeem, go ahead and play the clip, and we're going to talk about oil prices in 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting on a profit gusher from the oil patch in 2025? Well, it depends. Wall Street is only forecasting crude oil prices will range from $76 to $65 a barrel next year. President Trump's plans for tariffs on Canada and Mexico could potentially send prices rocketing higher. Lippow Oil Associates President Andy Lippow is here. Andy, always nice to get some time with you here. I think investors are still trying to figure out if we get more domestic drilling, if President Trump pushes through some of his agenda, what do you think it means to oil prices? And then secondarily, what does it mean to some of the oil majors like an Exxon?
Well, thanks very much for having me. Trump has the philosophy of drill, baby, drill, and their administration is expected to ease regulations enabling oil producers to drill on a more efficient basis by getting permits sooner rather than later. However, setting that aside, if we just look at the oil market sitting at around WTI of $70 a barrel, this is really the biggest impediment to substantial growth in the oil patch. We're already going to hit a record of about 13.2 million barrels a day of U.S. production this year. It's forecast to rise to about 13.5 million barrels a day next year. But if we look around the world, the oil market is oversupplied going into 2025.
We've already got record production out of Canada and Guyana, as well as some new supply coming, and that has come online from Argentina and Brazil that you mentioned. What has that done to the mix here in terms of just the inputs and different sources of production around the world, and how that could have also some geopolitical implications?
Well, it certainly has pressured OPEC Plus to delay and defer the restoration of their voluntary production cuts, which amounted to about 2.2 million barrels a day over 2 years ago. If we look at OPEC Plus's spare capacity, it's now well over 5 million barrels a day. And as a result, the oil market is not particularly concerned about supply over the next few years, especially in an environment where Chinese oil demand growth has disappointed, especially in 2024. If we look back to January, it was forecast to grow about 700,000 barrels a day. Here in December, the forecast for Chinese oil growth has dwindled to about 180,000 barrels a day.
Andy, maybe I'm watching too much of Paramount's new show, Landman. Whatever it is, mergers and deal activity in the oil space is top of mind for me. The last big deal we had, of course, Chevron purchasing Hess for $53 billion. Is there more consolidation you see happening in the industry, in large part because of a friendlier Trump administration?
Well, I do expect that consolidation is going to continue. There are not many large players left, but the oil producers need the consolidation to improve their efficiency, which we're certainly seeing on the drilling front, doing more with less rigs out there. And of course, they're looking at returns to shareholders, given that WTI prices are sitting at around $70 a barrel.
Andy, I wonder here, and I was looking through your notes to see if there was any mention of this, but the Keystone XL pipeline, this is something that Biden had fought back against, and now it seems like President-elect Trump, when he gets in office, is going to try and restart talks, conversations, and then ultimately bring that to fruition. What are your anticipations around that?
Well, the Trump administration may be very likely to issue a permit for Keystone XL and its expansion. But I think if I look out in the field and how much the cost of construction has increased over the years, combined with a new expansion of the Trans Mountain Pipeline, adding capacity out of Canada to the Pacific, I think that the market is probably in the near term going to be reluctant to proceed with any construction, especially if they're faced with local opposition along the route.
How much do you think that would add to the deficit, if anything?
Well, I'm not sure that Keystone XL itself will add to the deficit because the construction costs will be borne by the producers or the shippers of record. But I think what I am concerned about is if Trump enacts his tariffs on Canada, as well as Mexico and the rest of the world on energy, that adds, of course, to the cost of energy here. And ultimately, that's going to impact on consumer spending, as well as some tax revenues to the government.
Andy, thanks so much for taking the time to happy holidays as well.
Yep. So there you have it. You know, a little outlook of 2025. You know, we'll just see how it goes. You know, hopefully we have a good outlook. Especially with gas prices. Hopefully we'll see a steep back because, hey, hope that's something that we need. But so go ahead, Ken. What's your outlook for 2025 when it comes to the oil price?
Trump had been talked about this, and I seen this plan. Tariffs is just only a tool to get them to go to the bargain. The countries that we're bargaining with, they're going to lose more than what we're going to want. Since we're the most country that spends the most money, let's just get that straight. We spend the most money. We got, you know what I mean? I think 1 or 2/3 as far as GDP concerned. I do see gas maybe dipping around $2. That's the least I'll see it going. And it's not going to go 180. It's not going to go 180, 190 at the most. You know what I mean? So that's my prediction. I do think it's going to soften up a little bit.
Yeah, definitely for me, it just to me, I don't expect anything like the first next 3 or 6 months and everything to see any changes. Hopefully towards the summertime, we could definitely see some changes come to oil prices and everything. I'm I'm really big about, I know that we borrow oil from other countries, like, especially in the Middle East, like Saudi Arabia and everything. Cause we got a whole bunch of deals with Saudi Arabia. But for me, I'm more about, we have oil here. Let's drill. Because and I think Hakeem, also the oil reserve, we're the biggest in the world, are we? Or second biggest in the world, something like that?
Yep, more likely, yeah.
Yeah, number one, number two. So when it comes to oil reserve, we have so much oil and everything. I think we should, use ours more. I get that, make deals with other countries and everything. But for us, we have oil here. We could drill more and see lower prices here and everything. So I'm all about that. So hopefully in the next 6 months, we can see some prices down. I know the cheapest gas I get here, Hakeem, is like $4.09.
Oh, wow.
And that's the cheapest. And that's the cheapest. It's right by my house. You go down to West Hollywood, over there by La Cienega. Their price is like $5, like almost $5.79 a gallon.
Mm-hmm.
So if we could get under $4, anywhere under $4, if we get down to $3.99 here in California, boy, that's a lot of money to be saving. And you guys don't know it. So 2025, hopefully we see some good things. Not in the first 6 months, but after that, hopefully we see some gas prices down, because we're trying to make sure our pockets so we can save up, so we can do invest in other things. Other things. But other than that, people, sit back, relax. We about to get into these topics, so make sure you guys don't hit the like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We about to go down today. It's Freestyle Friday, so I'm getting to all these couple of topics and everything. So, but I did want to send you something, and this is breaking news. I'm gonna say it to you real quick. So, all right, I sent it to you. So you guys don't know that CBS sportscaster Greg Gumbel passed away at the age of 78 after battling cancer. He worked with CBS spending over 50 years as he passed away at the age of 78 after battling cancer. His family announced Friday Gumbel, known for his iconic voice and dedication to sports journalism, leaves behind a legacy of his inspiration and excellence in broadcasting. His contribution to the industry remains unparalleled. Rest in peace to Greg Gumbel. Sad news. Very, very devastating news. So I'm gonna start first. So and anybody, like I said, I think everybody knows Brian Gumbel. He's been out for a long time, ever since the 90s. I believe he cover? He also, it wasn't him or his brother, did he cover the O.J. Simpson the O.J. Simpson when he
I think it was one of them.
Yeah, it probably Brian Gumbel, but yeah, man. But other than that, yes, this to stay at one place, Hakeem, for 50 years, that's a long time, because that's a lot of changes, a lot of generations, and all that type of things. He always be on CBS Sports, and he always covered the March Madness too. Always covered March Madness. He recorded the last 10, 15 years and everything. So, but yeah, man, this is very, very sad. To hear that he passed away at 78, battling cancer. But when it comes to sports journalism, he's up there. He's definitely a legend when it comes to the sports world. So go ahead, Hakeem. What's your take?
Hey man, we getting into that time. People are getting older. You know what I'm saying? He's a legend. All we can do is learn from him. I pray for him and his family. But he was an iconic figure. A lot of the younger guys don't know who he is. Because traditional media has shifted to YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. That's where mostly get our media from and our news. So, traditional news media guys. So, pray for him.
Yes, sir. Praying hard. Shout out to D Degenerate who's in the chat. Shout out to Wild High. And shout out to Truth, baby. What's good, Truth, man? Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
What's good?
Shout out to Ruthless who's in the chat. Shout out to Ruthless. We see you. Shout out to Ruthless. But yeah, rest in peace to Brian Gumbel. Our prayers, our condolences go to him and his family. All right, let's get into these topics. Let's start with. We're gonna start with actor Jeffrey Owens, who was an actor of the Cosby Show. He explained why he donated $25K to Nicki Minaj. He donated his money that Nicki Minaj gave him $25,000, and he also admits he is still struggling financially. So, if you guys don't remember Jeffrey Owens, a couple years ago, he went viral because he was working at a grocery store, and somebody put a picture on him, and he was a checker, and that went viral. It went so viral that Tyler Perry saw the viral video and contacted him and got a few active roles and everything, and he went viral. That was a couple years ago. Now he was on Atlanta's radio station with Big Tigger and talk about he still has struggling financially, and we kind of see this because a lot of people don't know, like, even though you're in the acting world, only the 1% makes the most money, maybe even 2%, and majority of actors are broke. Trust me, I live in LA, they're broke. But other than that, Hakeem, go ahead and play the clip, and after that we'll chop it up.
I don't know if they really were concerned, but they were surprised that someone who had worked on the Cosby Show, someone who had been, to their appearance, so successful, would be working what people would call a regular job.
Right.
And then there was this whole thing about save Ellen.
Save Ellen.
Oh, no. What was your reaction like to that?
Well, it was mostly good, because at first there was some negative stuff about, basically the job shaming thing, like, look, where is he now, kind of thing. So that was a little bit, but then very soon after that, there was all this support and encouragement from all over the world. Like, everybody was chiming in a positive way, encouraging me and supporting me and giving me work. Tyler Perry, mostly, and eventually 50 Cent and Nicki Minaj.
Right.
Nicki Minaj sent me money.
Yeah, I heard she sent you what is it, like, I don't want to count your pockets, but it was a lot of money.
She sent me $25,000.
Right. So,
nice.
So I heard that you gave it to a charity.
I did give it to a charity.
Why you give that money to a charity?
You know what? I don't know.
Next time.
It's like now I'm like,
why did you do that?
I contacted the charity last week to ask for it. They had used it already. No. You know what it was? It was like, at the time, it seemed like the right thing to do.
What?
At the time. Listen, if Nicki Minaj had hired me, if she had paid me $25,000 to do something, right, I would have said, thank you for the work. Thank you, I accept, right? But somehow and by the way, this is not to say that what she did was inappropriate or I'm not grateful for it. It was a lovely, incredible gesture. But at the time, it felt like just being given that money just as a gift just didn't seem right to keep it. I felt like, I'm in need to a certain extent, but there are other people that are much more in need of this money. I was perfectly willing to accept the work. The work that Tyler gave me, the work other people gave me, and but just being gifted that money as charity, at the time it just didn't feel right.
Was it like you felt like it was maybe a handout kind of?
Yes. Now, by saying that, if Nicki Minaj is listening, she's I don't want her to
gonna see it. No,
but it was a handout. Right. It was a very generous, lovely handout. But I wasn't comfortable with that. As I said, if she'd said, here's $25,000, put on the show or just, whatever. Yeah, thank you very much. But anyway, it was a weird time. It was a very strange time.
Yeah, that's weird.
For 2 weeks or more, I was like one of the most famous people in the world.
Man,
like, I was trending.
You were trending like crazy.
That was
anywhere without being like I was used to that to a certain extent from being on the Cosby Show years before. But this was like nothing I'd ever experienced before. Everywhere I went, people recognized me. People said something to me, nice things, not good things. Complimented me or encouraged me about my working and stuff like that. It was actually a really lovely thing that led to more work opportunities and stuff.
So
it was it was good.
Now, did you have to quit Soon after you went viral?
I quit Trader Joe's actually before the news hit.
Did you? Really?
Yeah, I anticipate because it was when it first happened, it was strange because someone had been in the store taking pictures. You know, that's what happened, right?
That same person?
Someone came in and took pictures of me, and I was like, well, now that this is breaking, I'm not going to feel comfortable working in this store, wondering if this customer, wondering who's around with a camera, it's going to be just too weird.
Got you.
I'm a very private person, I don't want to be doing my job thinking that every other person might be having a camera taking pictures.
Got you.
So I quit. It wasn't like I quit knowing that I was going to be making a lot of money soon or anything. I just felt like I wasn't going to be able to handle that kind of scrutiny, that kind of attack on my privacy, basically.
Well, see, look at God.
Look at
But Trader Joe's was a wonderful job. I got to give a shout out to those guys. It's a wonderful place to work.
Nice.
And in fact, to be honest, I've gone back there since.
Oh, you have?
Happened. Yeah.
Really?
And basically, I asked for hours to work there again. Because let me make this clear to everyone listening. Even today, right now as we speak, I still struggle to make a living.
Oh.
I struggle every day to make my ends meet. And people can't get their heads around that because they see me in movies, whether it's Mr. Santa or, I'm on Papa's House on CBS, or, all TV shows I've done and all that stuff. People have the impression that, well, you're making a lot of money. What's the problem? Why would you have financial troubles? They don't understand the specifics of how my industry works. They don't understand the salaries, the pay scales.
Well, a lot of people would imagine that you had those wonderful residual checks on the Cosby Show.
Right, which were never particularly wonderful for me.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Remember, because I was not.
You were hearing it. I don't know if they really were concerned, but they were surprised that someone who had worked.
So there you have it. That was Gregory. That was Gregory Owens. I'm sorry, Jeffrey Owens. My bad. That was talking about has in his industry, at his age, when it comes to the acting world, he struggled with his financially. He's ends meet and everything. That's not saying that he's poor or anything, but in the America we in, because of economics, it's not looking well. He said he's struggling. People can wrap their minds for it, but for us, Hakeem and us, we kind of know because we know how the industry rolls and everything, and all that type of thing. So, but what's your take about Jeffrey Owens about struggling financially into the industry that he's in?
A lot of us is not in the movie business. We're not in the TV show business. You said this, Jordan. It is a rarity. It's like the top 1% was able to get money like that. His role was very minimal on the Cosby Show. He was the boyfriend. You've seen him here and there. So it's like he only gets a residual check when his parts get played. But a lot of people don't understand this could happen to anybody. People forget who he is, right? The man went to performing arts school and he graduated cum laude at Yale. This is not somebody dumb. Even him, a Yale graduate, can struggle. People who went to Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Dartmouth. If you can't get a job, you can't get a job. He's 63. You got the whole age thing now. Nobody's hiring a 63-year-old to work and put in some work. It's very few in between. He's married and he has 2 kids. You forget he put kids through college. He has a mortgage. So you got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm trying to say? But shout outs to 50 Cent, man. Shout outs to Nicki Minaj. Shout outs to Tyler Perry. That's our people. They gave him work. They gave him what they could give him. And they did what they can. As them being the younger, because he's an OG. Giving an OG a job is perfect. So I'm just saying, we got to look at it from that point. Shout outs to Gary Owens, Jeffrey Owens. He's showing us what it's like, regardless of what situation it is. A lot of y'all need to learn from him. He's a Yale graduate. Regardless, he's still getting to the money. He's still getting to the money. 63. Doesn't matter. Like, we're not supposed to focus on that. He's supposed to be around here in cyber trucks? Most of them cyber trucks are leased. Go ahead.
You got that right. So I want to say this, Hakeem. He also I sent you a picture about another picture. He put it up because a lot of people don't know that he's in the Cosby Show, so I sent it to you. I'll just say this, Hakeem. At least he started working. He stayed in there acting and just became poor. He went to a grocery store, which is Trader Joe's, which I respect. I'm in the grocery industry, so I can respect a man who going in the grocery and do what he need to do. Because I know Trader Joe's has good benefits and they play decent. So, and the thing is, it just shows you. And I also say this, remember last year when all the actors and writers went on strike. Remember that last year?
Yeah.
And that when that went down, it really kind of breaks down about how these actors were really actors, and especially writers and producers, how they was getting paid when it comes to these film industries. You talking about Paramount, NBC, all the type of things as well. So it just shows you that no matter you in one of the best TV sitcom as in the Cosby Show or Martin, Fresh Prince, and living single, you don't get stuff like that. Now, if you're a show called Friends, which that's one of the most biggest sitcoms in the '90s, now that they can pay big time and everything, big time, because that's really kind of the 1%. So it's rarely when you see shows, like a Friends or other shows that last for season, they get big money, get residuals and everything. It has holding power, and it's people still watching it on Netflix or Hulu or whatever and everything. But when it came to the Cosby Show, like you said, he had a shorter role, so he wasn't getting checks like that and everything. And he wasn't getting hired like that back in the 90s like that as well. So what do most actors do or comedians do when they don't get roles like that? They have regular jobs. They have regular jobs. They work for regular jobs for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. I remember Leslie Jones. She was working for like 20 years before she got big, before she had to quit.
Facts.
So when it comes to these actresses, it's not, 1 or 2 years it's going to happen like that. No. For some people, it takes 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Or if you've been in the industry in your 20s, you might not get noticed until you're in your 50s. But for some people that have a passion for it, and which I totally understand, and if it works for them, they feel like they could be a top 1% actor or actresses, that's totally fine. But yeah, but like I say, it's good to see Jeffrey that he's doing good. He's trying to explain to people that hey, it ain't not like it seemed to be. Even though I've been on one of the biggest shows in the '80s, I ain't getting checks like that and money like that and everything. But at least he's woke up every day, thinking that he's thankful that he's up and he's willing to work and everything. And it's good to see that. Shout out to King Rooster and shout out to Shicey Bum. She said all the women who independent, throw your hands up at me. She must have saw the title, but yeah, Shicey, we're gonna get to that topic shortly. We're gonna get into the real soon. But other than that, let's get into the next topic. Let's go on to the next topic. 1 second. Scroll down. Okay, here's the next topic. So this is very sad. This is very sad. So Real Rakim, we reported what happened back on Sunday that a migrant, an illegal immigrant, set a woman on fire in New York.
Yeah.
Now we have another situation, and this happened in North Carolina. So a woman was dosed in gasoline and set on fire while walking to the North Carolina store. She was walking to Dollar Tree, I believe. She was walking to Dollar General on December 16th when someone approached her and poured a flammable liquid on her before setting her in flames. That's crazy. She was rushed to the hospital and later transferred to the burn center, suffered from 2nd and 3rd degree burns to her body. Yeah, man, very, very sad. So go ahead, King, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Well, this happened on December 16th along Highway 27. The Harnett County Sheriff's Office is looking for suspects, and the mother of this child can't believe this has happened.
Why could you do this to my baby? You didn't have to do this to her.
Denisha Davis is talking about her 20-year-old daughter, Ashante Downing. Davis says her daughter told authorities that she was walking along Highway 27, headed for the Dollar General in Sanford, when something unbelievable happened.
We were told that she was leaving a grocery store, and an unidentified male came up to her and doused gasoline on her and lit a cigarette and flicked it on her.
Her mother says she was taken to a local hospital in Sanford, then transferred to a burn center in Chapel Hill with third-degree burns over 70% of her body. Well, this happened on December 16th along Highway 27.
It's just a nightmare for this family.
Harnett County Sheriff Wayne Coates says this is one of the most heinous crimes his department has investigated.
It could have been a domestic related. It could have been a gang initiation. It's got us caught and we're mystified by what's happened.
While the sheriff searches for suspects and a motive, Downey's mother is looking for justice and praying for her daughter's recovery.
You heard it. Please, I want to tell the truth. You saw it.
This is an ongoing investigation. Harnett County Sheriff Wayne Coates says anyone with information that happened on that day is asked to give them a call.
It's just a nightmare for this family.
Harnett County Sheriff Wayne Coates says this is one of the most heinous crimes.
Yeah, man, very sad, very, very sad. So right now, it's still an investigation out there. So I believe they said there was 1 or 2 people still unidentified and still hasn't been caught yet. And yeah, man, this is sad news. Cause we just like I said, we talked about this back on Monday. There was a woman got set on flames in New York, and now this happened in North Carolina. And hopefully we can find out who did this, because this is very, very heinous. And it shows me, it's like, when it comes to my daughter and everything, I don't want my daughter be by herself, because it seems like the 20-year-old, she was right by herself and everything. And when you out by yourself, especially in that area she's in, it's definitely not safe. I can't say what area she was in that put the unsafe zone, but you gotta show us that be aware about your surroundings. I tell my wife this all the time, and I'm perfect at it. And I'm gonna teach my daughter being aware at everything. Don't be on your phone all the time. Only be on your phone you at home. Look around, because there's somebody's watching you. Somebody's watching you, and it's very important just to look, be aware of anything that moves, because if you like I said, if you have more awareness, you'll be prepared for things like this. A little bit prepared for things like this. But it's sad to see this woman, suffer 2nd and 3rd degree burns, and sounds like she's gonna make a full recovery. But hopefully the people need to be called for this ASAP. Go ahead, Hakeem.
Shout outs to Red Lipstick Vibe. I was over on her show the other day, man. Y'all go subscribe to Red Lipstick Vibe. She gets it in over there. Subscribe. They got a good cast over there. Shout outs to you, New Orleans, in the building. So one thing I say is this: when you living behind enemy lines, you all gotta understand that anything could happen. You got to move accordingly. But there was something strange about what the sheriff said, in which a lot of people didn't pick up on, but you could tell that this is a place that has to be racially motivated. He said it could have been a gang initiation, or it could have been a domestic. He didn't even say it was nothing racially motivated. He said a gang out of all.
Great, and that's the thing, Hakeem. That's a great point, because they look at us and say, wait a minute, she must be in the gang or something.
Hey, do you forget where they at?
Exactly.
There's no, what gangs is in Stanford, North Carolina?
They're not in no big cities like that, Hakeem.
No. And even if you dog, that's not even an MO for a gang. A gang would do this, set somebody on fire. No, that was racially motivated. That was racially motivated. You know what I mean? And the people in what place was that? Stan Harlett County?
Let me see. North Carolina. Hold on, I'm reading right now.
Like he didn't even say
Hartnett County.
Hartnett County. He didn't even say it was a hate crime. I pray that the town go bankrupt. I pray the town go bankrupt. I pray the Dollar Tree gets burned down. I pray the citizens there are not able to pay. If nobody don't want to say nothing, I pray the city goes bankrupt. If I had voodoo, I would do voodoo on the city. For you to say it's a gang initiation, like that's insulting our intelligence. Come on, dude. And this is why I won't live in no stick town. For the love of Christ, man. Gang initiation, something domestic. The girl's walking barefoot. Right. Somebody comes and douse a bunch of fire. Come on, man. Like.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I agree with y'all, King. Just hopefully they can find these people and get them at ASAP. But yeah, wherever she's living at, yo, I agree with y'all, King. It could definitely be breaking.
Yeah. I care about no stick towns. I don't care about none of them. I'd rather live in the ghetto before I go live in a stick town where there's bullets flying. Matter of fact, put me on O Block. I'll be more safe in O Block than something like that.
The thing is, you know your people, even though it might be your enemies, you kind of know what the rules are in a way. You know what I'm saying? You over there, you don't know the rules, and people gonna be stupid and do stupid stuff like that. So yeah, but I agree with y'all, came on that. But yeah, but other than that, let's get on to the next topic. Let's talk about Remy Ma. So Remy Ma, she went viral. I believe she's on a podcast, and now she's saying that she's saying to any battle rappers that if you're speaking crazy on her, she will fight back. I don't mean about physically or rapping or something like that. But as we know, Remy Ma, she might say, "Hey, you speak something, I'm gonna throw them blows." So go ahead, King, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Out there right now, I'm a rapper too. So if you have any plans on trying to get there and talk crazy to me, I'm fight back. New rule.
Nah.
New Chrome rule.
I told him, I said, I ain't gonna do that.
Fight back now.
I ain't gonna do that. You gonna get it though.
I'm just no, I'm not. No,
them shots definitely. There's definitely a shot coming. Ain't the shot you think, but a shot coming.
I shoot first. I have a better record of shooting than you do. I'm telling you right now.
I gotta shoot at rim. No, you
telling you right
it's
now.
cool. You can let him shoot at you. I got something for him.
I don't know what you listen to him if you want to.
Gotta hit the nigga.
Shit, you about to just jump and like stop rapping.
No. I'm just like, I was waiting for you to say that.
Nah, it's gonna be a little knee shot. Bow. I'm like, oh, that was cute.
How you gonna talk out there right now? I'm a rapper too. So if you have any plans on trying to get there and talk crazy to me, I'm fight back. New rule.
Nah.
New Chrome rule.
Told him, I said,
You're muted.
She said she's talking about fighting back, but when we covered this over a year ago, the battle rapping and everything, when the guy was getting at that one dude sitting on the table, she didn't fight back. She was watching it, letting it roll and everything. So I don't know what she's talking about. But how can you tell me what she's talking about? Because I don't know what she's talking about.
So, due to the whole publicity thing with Papoose, she said if anybody's making any shots, she's gonna fight back. She's gonna battle rap. But this doesn't sound like a 45-year-old woman. It sounds like somebody who's 21, like who's just fresh off the block. Remy Ma deserves everything that she's getting right now. Her popularity has dwindled. Her respect is done. The whole black love thing is finished. Her doing what she did feeds into stereotypes that black women fought to stray away from. I'm happy for her. I'm happy that she disappointed her family, broke her family up, Battle rap as much as you want. You're 45. You can enjoy yourself. When you're 50, we'll see what's going to happen. Sit your ass down somewhere and become a grandma. And worrying about battle rapping some niggas. Like, come on, man. You got bigger fish to fry. Yo, you got a 6-year-old who daddy not in the house with you no more.
For me, I think we need to burn Black Love. Because every time we talk about Black Love, somebody getting divorced and want to break up.
Yeah.
I think we need to burn it and to stick with love. If you love with somebody that's black, cool. You don't need to say that. I just feel like the word Black Love, we use that too. But a lot of people who use it on Will and Jada, Black Love. Look what happened to that. We can name a lot of people when it comes to Black Love. They broke up and everything, or they got divorced and everything. So I think the word Black Love needs to be burned and they use something else. But going back to Remy Ma, right where she's at right now, I can 100% agree. You know, you're not what you used to be. You know, even with your battle, with the battle rappers that you have and everything, we didn't know about it until that guy say something about you sleeping with that one dude. So I don't know what she's doing right now. You know, she lost Papoose with the boxer and everything. The boxer was like, I'm gonna mess her up and everything, but she was just trolling all the type of things. So yeah, it just showed that, as we thought, with Remy Ma and Papoose together, we thought they was close. They was gonna go break up. When she done his time, Papoose held her down. But when she came out, and it seemed like that everything changed. So, once we found out a year ago that they was messing around, and then Papoose kept it quiet till he came out almost a month ago about how Remy Ma is a narcissist, and she's not the one I thought she was and everything. It's, to me, it just put a grave. You should have a gray spot that said, Black Love is dead. We should put that to the grave and use something else, because that Black Love word is, to me, it's like poison. It's like toxic, because all relationships that we saw with Black Love, they either get divorced, or they're breaking up, or they just continue to be toxic, all that type of thing. So Black Love, we're gonna use something else on that. Shout out to Spicy Claus. She said, I think y'all get a kick out of pooping on Black women and Black people.
No.
I think
Spicy, that's not even the Clays laughing at she trolling now.
Why she gotta say stuff like this?
Come on. We applaud Black women here. We gotta spank. We gotta hit you with the belt when it hurts.
I'm sorry, Shiesty. We have so many catalogs that how we love our Black women.
Come on, man.
She just don't like that we put Black women accountable, and we don't play that.
And listen. Shiesty, this podcast will be stamped. He's married to a Black woman. That should already kill the conversation here. He is married to a Black woman on this podcast.
And Hakeem, all the other channels, we don't even cuss like that.
We don't. We're kids friendly.
Right. We don't buy. We try to be as nice as possible. Like I said, we get accountable for both men and women. We just don't stick on one just Black women. But Spicy Boy always trying to find a way. No, you're not. Y'all always going to attack Black women. That's all y'all do. Y'all love to do it, this and that and this, and that's really not the case. She said y'all hot performers are black.
We're black. We're black.
Well, what you want to say? Should we hyper focus on something else?
Yeah.
Should we? You tell me. You should tell me. Shout out to Busy Y'all. He said, the church girl I like. She said, I am big on the. He said, what now?
I'm big on I don't need anybody. Hey, when Busy Y'all, don't change it. Don't change it. Just get you some motion. Get you some motion so it'll get to that.
My bad, y'all. My daughter called me. But other than that, let's get into the next topics. Since we are almost at the hour mark, let's go to the main topic. Y'all see the title of. So we're gonna talk about a woman that went viral, and she is. You know what? Go ahead. So for this topic, we're gonna drop the link for you guys to come up. Talk about the main topic. You know, since it's one of the last week of December's. Hakeem to go drop the link so you guys can come up. And we're going to talk about the main topic. So we're going to talk about women brags about independence. So women was going viral. And she talked about how she love being independent. And she don't need no type of man. When it comes to the kids, she take her own and everything. You know, she got the money. I'll take care of it and everything. I don't want to depend on nobody but me. And she says it so proudly, Hakeem. So proudly. And that it just shows you, it's like, yo, you want to take care of yourself, it's fine. It is what it is. But Hakeem, go ahead and play the clip. And after that, we're going to chop it up.
The fact that I can be done with whoever, because I'm not a person that needs you. I pay my own bills. I fund my own career. I take care of me. I know how to read. I read books to educate myself. I don't need to use nobody and be like, oh, I'm going to keep them around because of this. I'm not the person that needs you. I got me at all times. I can truly step back and be like, I don't like this. I ain't feeling you. I'm up out of here. I don't need you. It's 1,000 yous. It's on the one of me. Because I got me. I'm one of one. I done been through too much by myself and did too much alone for me to ever feel like I got to stick around people or a person that I don't like because I feel like I need them. I'm going to need y'all to start really standing on y'all business and setting yourself up and aligning yourself. That's real freedom. Y'all ever seen somebody that only stick with a man or a friend or family members because they feel like they got to use them, they need them for something? They be like, man, I need them for this. But he pay my bills though. But she do this, she do that. Man, they got to do this for me. And then no. I got me. Set yourself up. Start going to the library. Start reading. I spend too much time in solitude by myself and taking care of me to feel like I got to keep you around. Hashtag, I changed my mind. I can get out of there. Listen, I love the fact that I can be done with whoever because I'm not a person that needs you.
All right, before they chop it up, Hakeem, I got a question. Is that Sashi Bun right there?
Huh?
Is that Sashi Bun who went viral? Because it sounds like Sashi Bun.
It sounds like her.
The tweet, the chat should be on the chat. It might be Sashi Bun.
Shashi, is that you?
Is that you, Sashi Bun, who went viral?
Is that you, Sashi?
Because it sounds like you. It sounds like you. Other than that, good to see Ruthless is in the building and also Truth is in the building. Glad you have you brothers in here. So, but other than that, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. You want to go? How can you go first? Unless Ruthless want to go first.
So, the independent woman narrative is a false narrative. By definition, you can't be independent. You still need help in some sort of fashion. You know what I mean? When you say independent, waking up, washing yourself, that's being independent. But as far as when danger happens, some real life expectancy, you need that. Individualism and Ruthless, you touched on this. You always say that we're so separated, we're not together, and we're so fragmented, and we're practicing individualism that this is why we can't move not one iota. When you don't prioritize building a community, and to build a community, you have to pair up with people and get married and be in relationships. Without that, we're just a lost group of people thinking we know something. She sounds smart to a dumb nigga. She's only feeding y'all, leading y'all to heading into retirement homes by yourself. Nobody that'll take care of you, bastard babies, you name it. She claims it.
Go ahead, Ruthless. Unless you want to go. Go ahead, Ruthless.
Well, I just think she just gave the code word for women no longer want to serve men. They no longer want to cater to our needs. They just we're just not worth it to them anymore. This is a new era ushering in of truth, right? And I actually kind of respect it because back in the day, they was faking it, right, till they make it, right? Because of the way the survival tactics were, they needed men still for a lot of things, but now because I have to disagree with you, Akeem. In essence of day to day, a woman really don't need a man. Really don't. She can get her a dildo. She can get her. She can order her food. I mean, whatever, right? 911 is there at her expense. She has support system within her family and friends. She has her own money. She can get her own money now. She doesn't really need you to get money. You know what I'm saying? Now, yeah, there are women still chasing the guys to get a large amount of money, but she really doesn't need you in a house sniffing under her, telling her what she can wear. How come? No, she doesn't have to serve you anymore.
Yeah.
And that's the code where women no longer want to serve the graciousnesses of men. We're no longer basically our resumes as kings have been rejected. We have been rejected because women no longer see an absolute need to have a man that she has to cater to and make happy and make feel good. She doesn't want to do that shit. That's for her, that's nonsense. What do I need you to do that for? I can do that to myself. And this is where the self-love aspect comes in, right? I can love myself all I want to. I can love myself, and I don't have to answer to or try to appease a male presence because I can do better all by myself. Because who's going to love me better than me? So until men start learning this, now, and this can go to the men, until you understand that women do not no longer want to serve you in the way we feel we want to be served, right? She would rather be independent. Even if she's in a relationship, she still wants her independence. Even if she's married, she still wants her independence, right? She still wants to be equal or more than you. So the days of I'm him is over, right? It's all about, she thinks she's it. You think you're him, she thinks she's it. And so she's the one who thinks she's him, she's getting rid of him and replacing you with herself.
Go ahead, Truth. You there? Hey, Truth, you there? No, he's not there. So I'm gonna go. So when I hear her, talk about the independence and everything, and also the body language that I hear for her too. To me, it's like if you want to do what you want to do, that's fine. Do what you do, And also the women, independent women who want to pay their own bills, don't need no help in anything. I mean, it should be crystal clear to all men. It's like, if you hear her say something like this, believe it. Don't think you could change her. And a lot of men be thinking like, when they hear something like this, I think I could change this woman. You can't change a person's mind. They only can change their own mindset. You cannot change somebody's mindset. People got to figure out the hard way and let them learn the hard way. And for her, if she want to do, if she especially want to, do what she want to do, I'm with it. All right. We're like I said, this is not the old days no more. We go on the news. We're going to something in the present and the future. Are there some women that want to work it out? Like, first of all, being in some type of family type of mindset, that's totally fine. But it shows to her, she doesn't have like a family mindset, which, kind of helps the community and everything. And it all starts with a family. And those women think, a family could be only them, but not a two-parent household. That's fine. But my thing is, it's like, not having that mindset, you're hurting generations of thinking like, the next generation, it should be just, it should be a single mother, a single parent household. But Jordan is saying a single mother parent households and everything. For me, I was in a single parent household with my mom and everything, but For me, I decided, I don't, if I go out, I don't want to be in a situation like this. If I'm going to have kids, I don't want to be in no type of single parent type of household and everything. If I was going to do it, I was going to do it right. And that's what I did. But for other women who want to do that, who feels like they show some type of strength for themselves that they can do it on their own, go ahead. Let them do it. But I know there are some women out there who wants a man, who wants have a husband or something like that, and not necessarily have that mindset of what she's had. Because if a woman wants a husband or a man and have a mindset like that, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And
so,
but
just to your point,
no, I'm done.
Your point is the men and the women that want the husband, right? That you're talking about, they don't want the husband in the same role as the old days,
right?
Right. These women wanting the husband for a different position now, right? They want because they want their full autonomy, right? So basically, what they're saying is we're either going to share the boss of this house, or she's going to try to be the boss of the house, and this is the level of control and mindset that these women are coming in, even if they want a husband, right? They still don't want to serve you, right? Like, even if you marry them, right? And this is a great, I'm glad you said that, Jordan. And that's the weirdest thing I ever heard, but it all correlates now. How is that us men, right, bow down on one knee and put a ring on it to pretty much beg, right, a woman to marry us, and she doesn't even want to even have that in you do that anymore, right? She thinks that's gross. So that's letting you know that just women do not no longer want to, they just don't want you around. They want your money, they want you to give them good sex, but then at the end of the day, they want you out of there when it's done. This is what they want.
I was going to say this, Rufus. So for order to this, kind of change I'm not going to say change that mindset. Actually, you know what? I can't even say, because this is something new. This is something that has happened 60, 70 years ago when it comes to independence of a woman and everything. So it's to me, I want to see how the next generation handle it and the next generation before it handle it. Because can it get better or can it get worse?
It's going to get worse.
How the numbers looking, it looks like it's getting worse because the numbers are creeping when it comes to divorce rates and everything. It's keep on creeping. It keeps going higher. It keeps trending this way, and it's not really trending down in the middle or trending down.
It's all about sprinkle. Right? That's what it's all about. I don't see other way that you can look at it. These women, we just see what happened with Travis Hunter, right? These are the women that's available to the men out here. This is what their options are. I mean, if you do get one, if one do say, okay, you know what, I'm going to give you a shot. She's saying to the world that I don't care how much fame he got, how much money he got, I am that bitch. And he needs to be not too much, being the guy. He needs to come over and make sure I'm the one in his life to be worshipped. And this is what's happening. These women want you to bow down to them, give them all the attention. Right? I'm be honest, they're jealous of men who are famous, right? A lot of them, especially in a relationship with them, they're jealous because they don't want you giving away your time to these other women and these other coaches and football when you could be there, wiping the ground she walks on, put a jacket over a puddle, right? That's what women feel. They want to be, if they're in a relationship, in a marriage, they want to be looked at as the queen, princess of you catering to them.
Go ahead, Truth. You there?
Yes, sir.
All right. How you feeling, brother? How you been?
I am well. First, for the formalities, salute to Jay, And he got his lovely lady on this. Good to see you, brother, and my man, the Prince. You know, the real African Prince. You hear me? You hear me? My dog Keem. What's up, Ruthless?
What's good?
Hope everyone doing well. Happy holidays. Hope everyone's ready for 2025, and hopefully we getting ready to make this year, the one that solidifies, what we're about. But yeah, I mean, we know this is their mentality right here. We know this is their mentality, brother. And then the thing is, I have no idea. This shouldn't even bother us no more. The only time it would bother you is when you believe that majority of women do not have this mindset. And the thing is, they do. Majority have this mindset. They've been placed in a position where physically they don't need us, bro. They got their money. They got the house. They got transportation. They got financial stability. They taking care of the children. They have education. They have all the worldly means that we used to provide that they needed a man to have in order to acquire. They no longer need that. And for some of them, it's a very bad thing because it's pushing their ego, their selfishness, and their trauma that they have acquired through their life. You can hear it in her voice. She's speaking out of a lot of pain and hurt because she's not getting the stuff that she wants. And her idea of proving who she is by abandonment. She got abandonment issues. So anything that seems like it's challenging or it's not going away, her idea is to throw it away, no matter whether it's good for her or not. And she think that is credibility of showing herself as strength, but we can clearly see weakness. You feel what I'm saying? And then, on top of that, you see it's like she's speaking from something that recently happened. It seemed like she was projecting and laying out something emotionally. If you listen to her words and everything like that. Go ahead, King.
Yeah, hey, Jordan, this was one of our guests when we first started podcasting. Shout outs to Tony Muhammad from the Nation of Islam. He said, hey, Hakeem Bello, I'm happy you're still podcasting. Assalamu alaikum, brother. He was one of our first guests when we started podcasting. This is a brother. I love him. He gave us a shot here out in the local mosque here. And go ahead. And
shout out to Nidus. We see you, man. Shout out to Nidus. Go ahead, Truth.
My apologies, Truth.
No. You good, bro. Thank you for the courtesy. But yeah, I mean, bro, at the end of the day, it's no point of complaining no more. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Complaining is not going to change anything. For us as men, we got to just do a better job of being men. And I already know my brother Hakeem, he ain't putting up with nothing like that. He ain't gonna complain about it. He be like, oh, all right, that's how you is. All right, cool. You can go ahead and be that. I know the type of man I am, and I know that I'm worthy of a respectable woman. And if you have that selfishness, that egotistical attitude, then you have to keep that moving and, find what you need. Same thing with Jordan. Jordan got a bird's eye view because he's sitting at the top. He got his queen, he got his family. He ain't got to worry about none of this trash down here with her. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And, thank God for me, I got blessed with the woman that I'm with. I'm currently married and everything like that. So everything is good. You feel what I'm saying with me? We all have to continue to aspire and then go after the things we want instead of complaining about the things we don't need and we don't want. You don't want that type of woman, then don't go after it. But the very thing is this. Are you asking for something that you aren't? Why do you not believe that you deserve a woman like that? Are you not like her? Are you not selfish? Do you not have an ego problem or egotistical like her where she say, oh, I don't need nobody? Do you say that the same thing about women? I don't need no woman. I could do better all by myself. Do you sound just like her? We seem to don't want the thing that we hate. But the problem is we are just like her. The same attitude, the same condescension, the same nonchalantness, the same attitude towards another party. Are you trying to be a part of someone's life to give them who you are? Are we trying to be respectable men like Jordan and Hakeem?
Yep.
Where we stand up and say, I'm worthy of a decent woman because I'm like Hakeem or I'm like Jordan. If I'm not like Jordan or I'm like Hakeem, then why am I saying I'm worthy of a decent woman? You feel me?
So I have a little pushback. Everything I agree with pretty much, but the last part, or the middle to last part, where you said, I think the difference between men and women is men act like they need men. They want to be with a wife, right? And women are acting like they don't need men. So I don't think it's, should a man build his ideology of who he is based upon a woman? No. And neither woman, vice versa. But men acquiesce so much, overwhelmingly. Hakeem can tell you his story, right? That men acquiesce so much to women, overly acquiescing, right? To make her happy, to try to keep the peace, because most men understand that the market for a woman that truly makes them happy, or that truly want, that they can reside with, is slim to next to none, right? Yes, we can find a 3 or 4, but ultimately that's not our achievement. So this is why the divorce rate, men aren't leaving as much, right? They're 30%, 20% leaving, right? Because it just ain't very many men going to just throw away their families just for unhappiness. It just takes a great deal of patience and understanding that men are exuding in these relationships. So, and to this point, I wish men did start acting like we didn't need women more so, right? Because if we did maybe take upon the independent mindset as the women are taking upon, maybe we can kind of show a little resistance and maybe we can meet in the middle. But it doesn't seem like men are taking the foot off the pedal. The more women say they don't want men, they're independent, I could do better without you, the more men are coming to them and worshiping them and idolizing them and acquiescing to them and living their lives. Even so much if they marry them, they know they're giving up all their leverage. This is the power that men are giving up to be with this woman.
All right, so King.
Yes.
Are you giving up your power for a woman?
No, not one bit.
Not one bit. So this is what I'll be trying to tell guys. The reason why you're failing with women is because you're giving them something that they were never meant to have. They're not to be created as an idol. You're not supposed to compromise anything. I don't compromise anything with my woman. Not one bit. Not nothing. And she'll tell you, I'm not giving away. I'm not compromising. I'm not doing anything. Not compromising doesn't mean that she doesn't get what she wants. She get what she wants because God damn it. My fault.
That's no
problem. You truth.
that bat line be running, Shorty. God dang.
I'm a businessman.
So, but no, yeah, I'm not compromising anything. And compromising, it's not about compromising, it's about order. So I know what I'm supposed to do as a man. She knows what she's supposed to do as a woman. As long as I do what I'm supposed to do,
yeah,
she knows what she's supposed to do. And the day that it's not innately inside of a woman to respect the man that bends to her will. They don't like that. We come on here and we listen to what the hell they be saying, and that's not what we put here for. We're not put here to listen to them. We are the ones that's supposed to be leading and guiding them and protecting them from the world, protecting them from us, and then protecting them from themselves. You can't do that bending to the will of someone that is in a lower form of you. They're in a lower position because they are supposed to be taking care of us. They're supposed to be provided by us. They're supposed to be guided. We're supposed to be providing them with, knowledge and understanding and how to move in this world respectably. But the problem is a lot of guys want the respect of a woman and they're not respectable men. This is the problem. No, we're not even being respectable men, but we want a woman to respect us, and then we want them to be respectable. My woman's respectable because she is respectable for herself, and she understands who's over top of her. She has a relationship with God first and foremost before I got with her. That is what I was looking for. I didn't say I was looking for a decent woman, and then I go out here and get a woman that's clapping her ass. A woman that's outside all day. See, y'all contradict yourselves with y'all want with y'all actions. Y'all say I want a decent woman, but I'm going to get the woman that's out here with quote unquote bad bitch. She's a bad bitch. What do you think that term is? Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Anything that you call itself, anything you name it, you're calling it that all the time. My name is Truth. I'm being called Truth all the time. Whatever your name is, whatever that definition behind it, you can find the meaning of your name. Find out the meaning of Jordan. Find the meaning of Hakeem. It's a meaning to that name. Every time I call Hakeem his name, whatever that meaning is, I'm speaking it into him. Every time Jordan, whatever that meaning of his name, I'm speaking the meaning of that name into him. So it's power. I'm calling this woman a bad bitch. She's going to be what? A bad bitch. What do you want her to be? You're calling her that. You're
right. You're right.
What is that? This is what I'm saying. We don't even be thinking, brother. Go ahead, Jordan.
It's true, but the thing is like it's I don't know what it is. It's like it's really the young guys, especially in their 20s. Testosterone's on a high level. And they look at these women's pictures on Instagram, Facebook, and it's like they get obsessed with it and everything. I know I have a couple cousins, they want baddies and everything. And I haven't talked to them personally, but I'm going to talk to them next year about it and let them know what's really going on, because all these baddies are high maintenance. And in your 20s, you don't have money like that to have get a high maintenance woman. A lot of these bad bees are high maintenance. Go ahead, Truth.
Right.
But,
you complain. Oh, go ahead, King. Go ahead.
And just to comment on that, and I think this is why I want to just piggyback. He said leading with your pockets is not going to make her obey you. You that happens, you already lost. But I'll also say this, just a quick side note. Going after a bad B is going against your mother and father's principles. You got to look at where you come from to see what you want in your life. And we know no better. We try to follow the leader, what our friends want. At this age, I need a wife who follows God, who submit to God, then she'll be able to submit to me. You feel what I'm trying to say? So it all has to align with each other.
And that's the thing, Hakeem. That's the main thing. You're asking for something that it's not. You're asking for her to be something that she's not. And you think because you come in life, you then going to tell her that she needs to be something. Why? For you, not for herself, not for God, but to change for me. And like Kwafi said, you're coming in there automatically with money. So I'm coming in there to put on this facade. I got money, I got bread. I'm going to take her to the nice restaurant. I'm going to buy her this shit. That means you done created that format for her to believe in. That is my lifestyle that we're going to live. So as soon as you want to cut that off, guess what? That was your best foot forward. That was supposed to be who she believed you were.
Mm-hmm.
And once you stop that shit, she has a right to leave your ass, because you should never have came in there with that position when you know you ain't got it like that. You might got a couple M's, couple $100 bills to cash here every day, but every now and then. But you ain't supposed to be kicking it out like that. And the number one, a woman doesn't respect that. And I'll be asking, do you guys know what a woman is? Do you know what actually makes them, be in alignment? Biology always wins. Okay, man, I'm gonna land it here. Biology always wins. If innately inside of you, if you're a coward and they can't stand it, they can sniff the bitch in you, bro. They can smell it. If you's a fucking coward and you scared to tell them, yo, if you don't follow what I got going on, bye. I don't give a fuck about that stinking ass hole you got between your legs. Hey, this is where it's at right here. If you want to rock with me, we're rocking this way. I'm going this way. Are you coming with me or not? If you're coming with me, this is the way we're going. This is how it's going to go, and this is how it's going to work. This is what I need from you. This is what I need you to do. Are you in agreement with that? Yes or no? If it's yes, let's rock out. If it's no, keep it moving. I can get another daggone female to give me some ass. I can get some ass by dropping you off where you got to go at and going right down to the shorty that's been calling me for the last 5 years that want to fuck me. I can get ass any day. I'm looking for a wife. Are you a wife? And then are you ready to learn to be my wife? That's what it is. Brothers are asking for women that they are not willing to lead because they aren't leaders. And then they're asking for a decent woman when you're not a decent woman. I mean, a decent man. You got to submit to something, brother, if you want submission from a woman.
Truth. Busy Eye has a question. He said, what type of man have a successful relationship with an independent woman?
Great question. And inside that question, you can tell it's oxymoronic. Independency is not inside a relationship. Independency is not inside of a relationship. A relationship takes two people. So as soon as someone say that I am independent, you should automatically drop her ass like a bad habit. Mm-hmm. She's telling you what she is.
Yep.
She's telling you, but you want to be, yo, I don't understand. If a woman basically tells me, yo, I'm an independent, I don't need no man. Once she tell me I don't need a man, when I am a man, you don't need me. So I don't need to be around either. You don't need a man. So I don't need to be around, G. Once she say any of those language that speaks about selfishness, single-mindedness, I am out. The only way that they will keep me around, they have to actually lie to me and say they are something that they aren't. And eventually that mask will fall off. It might take time, but that mask going to fall off because I'm going to make sure I put pressure on that ass to see who you really are. You're going to have to prove to me. The only way a woman get close to me is, first and foremost, she got to lie and say that she's a Christian, she believes in God. And then eventually we're going to test that to see if she really about that life, if she really has a relationship with God, if she really lives circumspectly, if she lived by that book. And a lot of people, they want to claim God, but they do not live by his word, bro. And it's easy for that mask to fall off because eventually they want to do the worldly things. They want to fall into worldly lusts and pleasures and shit like that. And immediately, I know I got him. You ain't what you say. Because you're not disciplined, you're not structured, you're not in ordinance, and you don't love God. Because the main thing he said is, if you love me, you're going to do as I say. You're going to follow my commandments. If you love me, you're going to do as I say. And that's what men are telling women. If you love me, what? Respect me and do as I say. It's the same thing God wants from men. But we don't even want to do that for God, but we want a woman to do that for us, brother.
You teaching now.
Yeah.
You teaching now.
So what I would like to just to interject, right, is, I mean, I think it's a fallacy and a delusion that lives for real in both men and women. The delusion of the fallacy is that somebody can be perfectly perfect in every way through the whole amount of time is just asinine, right? This is why the Reddit vows are structured the way they structured, because whoever, when they wrote them, they knew that the person you're going to be with, no matter what they believe in God, or if they have they're going to have imperfections about them. There's still going to be things wrong with them. There's going to be things wrong with you. Any great relationship or great marriage is about dealing with the bad times, the rocky times, and being able to tread through it with a decent mindset of conflict resolution so both parties can be at least somewhat semi-happy. So there is compromise, and there is now, with one saying, be on my page, feminism in this country and the way the country's empowering women's mindset to think that they can be all they can be, if that man is there or not, is women are not going to let that go. Women are not going to let that go. So even if they marry a man, right, she's always going to understand that if she no longer wants to be in that situation, she's able to make moves, right? Money moves, right? But Cardi B said, I make money moves, right? These women are able out here to make money moves now. Now they can orchestrate getting rid of the divorcing him, getting the money, getting the kids, or getting whatever she needs, and she put a support system. All she has to do is play victim. So I would say this, right? I would advise any man, it's better not to marry, right? Please do not marry one of these creatures, because they're the most unstablest creatures on earth, right? And it's best just to enjoy it while you can. You know, you can have hey, we don't need the nuclear family for the human race to go forward. I'm here to tell you the news, right? We don't need marriage to be a great man in this world, right? You don't need marriage to be rich or profitable, right? You don't need a woman to be happy, right? Now, for your whatever deciding factor you may want, hey, she's there for that. But other than that, right, and I'm not saying that marriage isn't something that people don't desire, but what I'm saying is not absolute, right? Do not think marriage is absolute. Do not think that you need a woman to define your legacy or to define you, right? These women out here are, banking on the fact that we're going to, give them everything that they want and when they want and how they want it. Men, we do not need women. We don't. They are just, in my opinion, they're a company, if they're pleasant to have around, but they are expendable. And don't forget that.
All right. That's done with this topic. So Hakeem, let's go to the next topic. Let's talk about this New York woman. So a New York woman went loose on her boyfriend because her boyfriend apparently broke up with her. And then when she started doing this, she started attacking the boyfriend, saying, "No one breaks up with me." And so the boyfriend called the cops and she got arrested. So go ahead, Ken, play the clip. After that, we'll chop it up.
Damn.
Accused of attacking a man who tried to break up with her. Police found blood in several rooms. Marianne Jens allegedly assaulted the victim with a knife and cut him while he was trying to block her attack. Levittown woman accused of attacking a man who tried to break up with her. Police found blood in several rooms. Marianne Jens allegedly assaulted the victim with a knife.
Nobody breaks up with me.
You heard that? She shot assaulted with a knife. I don't know if she was Dominican or whatever, but she sounded like a. I'm just saying, but yeah, man, there's a woman like that thinks you guys said she might have some power, and and then after that, you break up, they start to attack. So, go ahead, Truth, man. What's your take on this? Oh, Truth. I would say go ahead, Truth.
Truth. Yeah. What happened? Oh, nobody breaks up with me? Oh, the Truth. No, you talking about Truth, right?
Yeah. Well,
you talking me or Ruthless?
No, you Truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was you said that was the one we just got with. Her boyfriend broke up with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And did it give a reason why he broke up, or it just said they broke up because of?
I'm gonna see if I can find more of the story, but I'll let you know. But go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, that's crazy. I mean, bro, this type of stuff should happen more. Men should leave unruly creatures, bro. You can't call yourself a man if you want to put up with bullshit like a coward. Like that's the thing, man. Like when you raised by men, the problem is, a lot of us, didn't have fathers and stuff. And when you don't have a father, you can't learn how to deal with a woman. You watch your father. I watch my father. I watch my grandfather. I watch my stepfather deal with my mom, my grandmothers. You see what I'm saying? My aunts, their wives. So I was able to see what's the right way to deal with a woman and how to handle them in their mess and how not to put up with certain things. And see, that's the thing when you're born in a situation where, you know, a lot of these dudes come in front of their mother, so they raised and their ideology is womanified. So their ideology is to complain, and while you complaining, still put up with the shit that you're dealing with. You with her, why complain about it if you with her? You stand in it, deal with it. If you don't, if you got a problem with how she's moving, do like this brother, get rid of it. And that's what happens. Most women aren't used to a man telling them no, and telling them like, yo, you gotta go, bro. I don't want you no more. Women flip out about that because they're used to most men being cowards and will stay there and put up with bullshit. That woman got her foot so far up your ass, yo, you can't even see, G. And that's the problem. We on here complaining, and the real complaint is, yo, bro, you're not a man. You're a male with a ding dong. That's all you is. You genderfied. Men move how they're supposed to move, bro. And when you move as a man, a woman is going to respect you. And I said a woman. I'm not saying all these birds out here. I'm talking about an actual decent woman is going to respect you as a man when you ask her not to do something, when you give her a direction. Because at the end of the day, why the hell is she going to be with you if she ain't going to listen to what you got to say? She's either there for you or she's there for an agenda. And, you know, like I said, it said it earlier. Kwafi said it earlier. If you're leading with your money, bro, she's going to be there for money. Women are there for whatever idea you present themselves. So if I give a woman money, bro, off the bat, that's her idea of me. This is the man that gives me money. If I give her God, leadership, direction, and order, that's what she's going to come. If I'm saying, hey, bro, you're going to respect me, and I don't even have to tell her. I'm showing her in my action. She do something wrong, I don't talk to her. I don't speak to her. That's how you're supposed to move as a man.
Go ahead, Ruthless.
Yeah. Looking into the more details, it's just very little details. It was just because of breakup talks. That's when I got.
She said, "No one breaks up with me." So you know that was her ego speaking. You know, hey, just because you might get a woman, don't mean she gonna stay, and it doesn't mean you ain't gonna leave her either. Right? There are men leaving women that are unruly. Don't get it twisted. But in this case, this is an indictment. She put a knife on this man and attacked him with a weapon, right? And she made contact with this weapon, punctured holes in him, sliced him up.
Yep.
Right? After he presented to her, hey, I'm done with you. We're over. And, you know, he probably underestimated her a little bit, probably thinking that when she was probably threatening, oh, nobody leaves me, not really, you know, taking her serious, maybe just like, oh, she's just talking. And then he probably turned his back for a little bit. And next thing you know, there she was. So it was probably, you know, he was caught slipping a little bit. But these women out here are in a mindset that, you know, they are like gods, right? Nobody leaves me, meaning I do the leaving, right? You don't do the leaving. This doesn't go both ways. And men who are the type of men who stand on principle, stand on, you know, your my way or the highway type of principle. This draws a thin line of, I guess, feminism, say equality, and all these things that go through the building of a relationship, building of trust and loyalty, and all these things. So women are coming with expectations, men are coming with expectations. We both have our expectations. So therefore we are now in a plight to try to sever what expectations we can't meet, or with expectations that are unrealistic, right? So, and then when you get to that part of it and you say, hey, look, you're not for me, you're not the one for me, sometimes these things, or a lot of cases, men, especially when men do it, women are scoring after this and they never return. And they paint the brush, or even at this point, attack men. So yeah, be careful, men out here. You know, all these women you're dating, beat them in the hotel room. Don't take them to your house. Protect yourself at all times. Do not let your guards down, just in case you have to get rid of them. You know what I mean? That, you know, you protect yourself. And that's all I got to say.
All right, I'm gonna go. So I want to say this happened in New York. So you guys don't know, a lot of I hear that a lot of New York women are aggressive, highly aggressive, and to hear stuff like this in New York, and wanted to break up with the chick, and like when you want to break up with a chick, she want to attack, try to put violence with you, pick up a dangerous weapon and lacerate him, which it did happen. He had to go to the hospital and everything. So it's to me, when you see dangerous stuff like that, me having a background in Krav Maga and self-defense, if a woman is going to attack you with something that's deadly, you got to defend yourself. And that's just talk about self-defense. Being in martial arts, if a woman that's going to attack you and intended to put harm on you with a deadly weapon, you have to defend yourself. I said defend. I ain't said attack. I said defend. And I'm saying to you, I'm saying this because there are a lot of women who get away with this with knives or bats and all this type of stuff, and they try to do harm on you. And to me, the best thing you can do is to defend yourself, and they call the police. Because this should happen to no man. This just should never happen. You know, nobody should put their hands on nobody. But for me, I advise y'all, when in a situation like that, if a woman is trying to harm you, deadly harm, defend yourself. Go ahead, King.
I want to read a something that, and maybe Truth can relate to this, and I go back to this sometime. Proverbs 9:13. Wisdom halt built her house. She halt hew out on 7 pillars. She halt killed her breast. She halt mangled her wine. She halt also finished her table. She halt also finished maidens. She cry upon the highest of the cities. Who is simple? Let him turn. Hold on. Let me just read 13. No, let me. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and know nothing. We have to choose wisely. And discernment, I've always screamed discernment, discernment, discernment. And somebody who loves God, somebody who has a position of coming from a family point of view, these are important. When you overlook these things, you're willing to accept a lot of nothing. The number one requirement is to be family oriented and somebody who has something to lose. I don't like to deal with people who don't got nothing to lose. That girl didn't have nothing to lose. She was able to pull a knife out and do it. And this is why you deal with women of substance. She got a good job. She got family. She got kids. She's not going to jeopardize all that to try to prove a point. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm coming.
Hey, King.
Yeah.
Yo, we've been on YouTube for a minute, and we pretty much know the landscape of the women here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we don't know the intricacies of their lifestyle and everything like that. But I do not believe that people are far removed from the words that they speak. It comes from somewhere from them.
Yeah.
You know, my father's word said, out of the heart comes the abundance from their mouth.
Yeah.
So speak whatever come out of your mouth comes from your heart. And I believe that. So when you hear a woman speak a certain type of way, they're telling you who they are.
Yeah.
And what's happening is, guys are like you just said. If you're a man of God, like you claim to be,
yeah,
this is what you're saying. I'm a man of God. So you know that book, right? You know what's expected of you, right? So where in the world is the woman that you're right now going after? Where would she line up in the guise and gazes of the women of the Bible? Is that woman that you're approaching a Ruth? Or is she a Jezebel?
Yep.
Is she a Delilah? Or she's a what's the other one? Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is it? And then the thing is, bro, we be knowing. When somebody asked me, it was like, yo, Truth, why previously to, you finding your wife now that you was having trouble? I said I had to be honest. I'm choosing them.
Yeah.
I'm literally going in a relationship.
Yep.
And because of my relationship with God, my discernment is on 110. So I can see them. What happens is the ego kicks in. And then I think, oh, yeah, I can love them through a certain type of way, guide them through a certain type of way. I'm going to say some certain type of magical words that's going to sway them to be different or whatever. Or a little bit time underneath my umbrella, they're going to, move, different environment, all these different type of things, puffed up, like I'm God or something. And that's the point. It's an actual term in psychology called a God complex and a hero complex. And I was teeter-totter with both of them, thinking that I had the ability to do what the Most High hasn't done in that person. And that be the problem. Guys be coming and trying to either change a woman, or then the one that is mostly aligned with Hakeem is, them niggas ain't trying to get married, bro.
Yeah.
And this is what I had to realize. They not you. You earnestly are trying to find a wife, a woman, and a mother to grow with a legacy. Why? Because you said it on the nose.
Every day.
Yep, that's what you know.
Yeah.
Your mother and your father. What did your mother do for your father, bro? Please say it.
She stuck by him thick and thin after 2 strokes.
Where was she at every day?
At the hospital. And she wouldn't even allow the people to wash him.
Okay. She came and took care of her husband. So Hakeem knows what that type of woman he looks for does, speaks, and move. So what if he doesn't see that in that woman? Guess what he's not going to do? No.
Yep.
And that's the problem. Y'all won't say, hey, I know what a decent woman is, and I'm saying no because I want a decent woman. What's happening is you got to be honest. You want to fuck.
That's it. I also want to give a caveat to this. My dad also paid to be the boss. He paid the bills. He didn't cheat. He didn't have no side women. He didn't have no outside kids. He was going to church. That's the thing. I didn't mention that. So there's an archetype to why I think my mother did that. Go ahead.
Correct. And that was the next thing. Mm-hmm. Why his mother was that way? Look at his goddamn father. Yeah. You're not Hakeem's father, and don't get up here and start lying, nigga.
Yeah.
Don't even play those type of games. Mm-hmm. You're not even moving that type of way, but you want Hakeem's mother. It don't work that way. You think God is going to let you go and screw up a good woman?
Yeah.
You think that's what he's going to let you do? Go and screw a good woman up. No, he's going to preserve her for another decent man that's coming, that's praying on his knees, crying, and want a decent woman. He's preparing her for that man. He's not going to let you come by with your foolishness and mess that decent woman up. We got to preserve, like how you just said. We can just survive in this world without marriages and families and everything, and just raise a whole bunch of effed up men and women to go around in this fallen world. No, that's what I'm saying. We need, and this is why I keep saying this, we need to separate ourselves from each other, bro. It's time to take that sword and split asunder, right down the middle. Those who do not want the things of God, y'all go over there. Us that want God and want the things of God, we want to be over here. Y'all stay over there and tear yourselves up and tear that world up over there, and we're going over here. Me, Hakeem, and Jordan, we over here. The rest of y'all can go over there. We want decent women because we want to raise decent children. We want to have legacy. We want to have love. We want to have commitment. We want to have family. We want to have camaraderie. We want to have everything that is decent and virtuous, the things that God intended for us to have. Y'all want trash. Y'all want to talk about being bad and living reckless. Y'all can live with y'all daddy. Satan, you go right ahead and live all like that. But don't complain about the sisters and women. That's for you. Sexy Red, Cardi B, guess what? That's for you guys. That's for you guys. The ones that's on here complaining, they are for you because you don't want nothing. You want to have sex. And that's what they're on here complaining. The women are starting to get ahead of the game, Jay and Akeem. They're starting to recognize that they're worth something again. I'm talking about the decent women.
Yeah.
And what they're doing is they're making it harder for us to get them to have sex, and they're mad. These guys are actually upset because they can't get ass like how they want from the women that they want. Not from the women that they don't want. They want it from the women they want. They want the women that actually look good. They want ass from them, and they can't get it without coming out of their pockets. So they basically tricking off to get the women that they want, and they upset about it. Why should, if I have a sister, brother, why should my sister be with you? Why should my sister be with you if you're going to cheat on her, hurt her, mistreat her, ain't guiding her right?
Yep.
Is that what you're going to do, Joy? You going to let me date your sister, and I'm just out here a heathen?
Please, cousins, whatever. No.
Right? No, I'm telling you to your face. She's supposed to just deal with the fact that I'm going to cheat. She's supposed to deal with that because I'm a man. I'm a man, so she's supposed to be okay with me hurting her. This is the craziest stuff we hear about on here. And then we complaining about the women are bad. No, you bad, my nigga. You bad. You're a bad person. But you want a decent woman. Why? Why do you want a decent woman? To screw her all up? No, the women in the chats, the ones that's all crazy, those the ones they for you, brother. We want the decent women. We want the the decent women, the Love C's and Sherry, what's her name? Sherry Bryant's and the Natasha Vincent's, the decent women, the decent sisters that want to be loved and cared for and taken care of. And like Hakeem said, he paid. You know what's funny, Hakeem? I'm landing here. That's the same thing Tequila told me. You pay. You want to be the boss? You pay for it.
Yep.
And what she mean by pay for it, not money, you take care of everything. And whatever you want out there. I'm taking care of whatever you want out there. You take care of all the bills, whatever you want out there. What do you want? Because that's all I need. I just want to be taken care of. That's what I expect because I am a decent woman.
Yep.
So I expect you to take, you said you're a man. So my idea of a man, he takes care of the woman he loves. He takes care of his family. He takes care of the children. And he protects our household.
Yeah.
I said, oh, that's all you need? I said, yeah, that's all I need. She was like, are you able to do that? I said, oh, that's not a problem at all. She said, okay, then it's whatever you want. Whatever you want. I got you. And so far, both of us has kept our word to each other, bro. It really is that simple. It really is that simple, bro. We gotta be men like yourselves, bro. We gotta be honorable men like Hakeem and Jordan. We have to be like y'all, or don't expect women like that.
Yeah. You
feel me? Like you ain't out here saying I want all this, and you didn't do the work on yourself and doing right and think you speak about children wanting to take care of children. You don't even mind having other people's children, bro.
No.
That's a good man. Why wouldn't we want the decent women to be with you? Why would we want to mess them up?
Yeah.
And the first thing we'll tell them, oh, I don't want to take care of your son. What? You think that turns her on? I don't want your son. That's a burden. What do I get for that? That sounds like a woman. Women say, what do I get? We don't talk like that. We just do, bro. We do. We men. This is what we supposed to do. And then the benefit we get out of it, we get to see the fruits of our labor. We get to see that young boy grow up. And when he grow up, when he hit that podium, guess what he gonna say? Thank God for Hakeem coming in my life 15 years ago and helped me get to this point.
Facts.
Thank you, Hakeem. Thank you for being there when my father either couldn't, or if my father's not here, thank you for being that replacement. Thank you for loving me. That's the reward. That's the reward. And if you genuinely love that kid, they show it. They show it. Bro, relationships that I used to have with women that had children, guess what? Those children still call me to this day, King. They still call me. I ain't screwing their mother.
Yeah.
I ain't screwing their mother. Somebody told, oh yeah, you gotta be effing her. What? Why? Because that's what you have to do to be around a kid? I have to touch his mother to speak to the kid when he obviously needs somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
He missed me because I'm not there no more. So I have to be with his mother to get to help a child. Like, are you crazy, bro? Bro, that's the whole thing, yo. We got it by the wrong things, King, and that's the reason why I don't want to hear it no more, brother. I don't want to hear it from men no more until we actually become actual men, bro.
You're right about that, truth, and hopefully, next year's around the corner. Let's start with it. As men, let's do this. And the thing is, I think what's more important is saying no. I'm not taking it. You know, no is a very powerful word, and it shows power. And I think a lot of men don't know how to say no, or when the right time to say no, or when to say no. And I'm gonna say this: if you say no a lot, that means you caring about yourself. If you don't, if you keep saying like being yes this, yes that, or lean on, no woman ain't gonna want that. So it's the power of saying no. But other than that, guys, we about to end the show. Truth, we thank you for coming on, man. We really, really appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming on.
Always, thank you, brother.
Thank you for coming, bro. You was teaching tonight, bro. You was giving that sermon.
She was.
Thank you, brother. Thank you guys for always loving me, caring for me, man, and being kind, sharing y'all platform, with personally, I pray that I can do the same. I would love for you guys, to come to my platform, and the same thing is Mikasa and Sukasa.
No, definitely.
You guys have opened your doors to me and allowed me, to basically kick up my feet. It's likewise. And hopefully, Hakeem, I got to talk to you later because, 2025 here.
Yeah.
And, it's time to get, the business time to get straight.
Come on. Mm-hmm.
So always a pleasure to be around men like yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, thank you for being the dad, the husband, the man that you are. G. Hakeem, thank you for being the man, father, husband. Like I said, the spirit of you is there. You're just waiting to fulfill and manifest it physically, G.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Every day that you guys are up here and doing what you're doing, it's making sure that I continue to do what I'm supposed to do. Because like we feeding off each other. So I'm like, yo, you know what? I gotta make sure I keep growing. I keep squaring myself away.
Mm-hmm.
Look at King. This is how we supposed to be keep pushing each other.
That's it. And then still sharpen steel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you guys have a blessed evening.
You too.
See y'all soon. Praise God. Thank you.
Oh, you too, man. Stay blessed. And also, we wanted to get a shout out to Ruthless, who's also on the panel. We appreciate you as always. Before we go, we're gonna send a shout out who's in the chat. Shout out to people who's watching on YouTube, Facebook, and Next. We appreciate that. Shout out to Narrates and Dialogues. Shout out to Wild High. Shout out to Shicey Bum. Shout out to who else we had on here? Shout out to Busy Yao. Appreciate you, man. You watch us every day, man. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Shout out to Niners who's on here. Shout out to Tony Muhammad. Be Wody. Shout out to Ashton. Remember, you guys, once we get done, Ashton, he's going live tonight from Friday night. So y'all gonna have fun over there. Who else we got in here? Shout out to Akron Slim. Shout out to Slim who was in the chat. Who else was in here? Shout out to, let me scroll down a little bit more. Shout out to Red Lipstick Vine who was in here. Shout out to King Rooster. Shout out to D the Degenerate. Who else we had in here? Shout out to Bobby Bryant, Sherry Bryant. Shout out to, who else we got on here? Shout out to Sampras and shout out to Crescende. Shout out to you guys. So remember, you guys, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell. We always go live Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. In 2025, you're gonna see us doing more lives on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we'll do an hour to more help you have more times for you guys and have some fun. And also, guys, remember, join the membership. You know, we have 3 tiers. We have Chaos Culture Friend, Chaos Culture Supporter, and then we have the 3rd tier, which is called, what's the 3rd tier? The 3rd tier is the Chaos Culture Radio vlog. So if you hit the higher tier, you're gonna see us going. If you go to membership, you're gonna see Hakeem and Ronnie. You know, they're in Miami, so they're gonna show you, you know, what they do in their daily lives.
Yep.
What's going on in Miami? Me, I'm in LA. You know, I got my child. I'm gonna find time to, you know, when I have free time, when I'm doing things, go around LA and everything. So you guys, what's going on in LA?
I even bought a body camera.
Oh, he got it already.
I got it already to show y'all what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to show the philanthropy work I do. Because a lot of people don't think I'm not in the streets.
They don't believe you, Hakeem.
They don't believe you. So I'll show you the community work I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like I said, you never know. I might show this little one too. Me her doing something.
Yeah.
Here she is. Because she's talking and walking now. But other than that, guys, make sure you hit the if you want to buy our merch, go to our store. We got the Chaos Culture Radio t-shirts. We got the Chaos Culture Radio hats. We got Chaos Culture Radio shirts, coffee mugs, and also we got a Chaos Culture Radio sweaters as well. You know, since it's getting cold, especially here in California, it's getting a little bit nippy. I'm gonna buy one mine next year, Hakeem. I'm gonna buy me a couple colors.
Yeah.
So everybody can see about the Chaos Culture, you know, the sweaters, the long sleeves, so we know what we're talking about.
I'm about to get me a purple one and an orange one.
Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
We about to get it.
We about to get it in. And also, folks, remember, go ahead and hit the link to make sure you get Hakeem's book, Black Love. 2025, we're on the way. Hakeem's
on the way.
Book, his album. Hey, 2025.
We about to get. Hey, and be on the lookout for a live show with all 3 of us this year. We coming to California to do a live show.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about it next year. We're gonna make it happen somehow, some way. But thanks for all the info. Thanks for coming by. Ronnie will be back on Monday for Monday. Remember, people, on Monday we're gonna do our because this is the last show of the New Year's. We're gonna do topics that we cover in 2024. All the big topics that we talk about for 2024. So stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. But that's the Chaos Culture Radio. We are out.
Peace.
Peace.